Chad Daybell grew up in the LDS Church in Springfield, Utah. And according to Chad, in his teens, he became sort of a prophet.
The way he described it was that his veil was more open than it had been.
Daybell met his first wife, Tammy Douglas, while in college. He was a part-time grave digger. During their marriage, they would have 5 children. The couple also founded a book company through which Chad published many religious books.
I've recently released my autobiography entitled Living on the Edge of Heaven, where I tell more about my 2 near-death experiences.
Chad Daybell claimed he had visions of the future and heard a voice that guided him. He told followers he knew the end of the world was coming and that evil zombies were taking over some people's bodies.
Chad's been a very prolific author, so in the past, I would say a lot of his publications are very much in the mainstream, but it does seem that their trajectory seems to be taking them away from the kind of center where most people in the faith would have.
Chad would meet Lori Vallow in 2018. They had an affair, and she became a dedicated follower of his cult-like group. The next year, Chad's wife, Tammy, died in her sleep.
I begged her to go to the doctor. Her heart was failing her. She was physically falling apart.
Chad is now charged with Tammy's murder. 2 weeks after her death, on November 5th, 2019, he and Lori were married. Within 7 months, Chad and Lori Daybell would both be jailed for the murders of her children and his wife. The remains of Lori's daughter, Tylee, and son, JJ, were found in Chad's backyard.
On behalf of Mr. Daybell, we will enter a plea of not guilty to all of the charges.
All right, folks, we're getting closer and closer to Chad Daybell's trial. He's got a big hearing tomorrow. Let's bring in Court TV legal correspondent Chanley Painter. Chanley, great to see you. So what can we expect tomorrow inside the courtroom?
Great to be with you, Vinny. We can expect the Doomsday Prophet himself to appear via Zoom from his home at the Fremont County Jail in East Idaho at around 11:30 a.m. Eastern for a hearing. His defense has filed a motion seeking the prosecutors, the court, to deliver him a transcript of Chad's wife's trial, Lori Vallow Daybell's trial, and also the exhibits that were used during that trial. Just tonight, we just see posted online that the prosecutors do not oppose the transcript motion, so we will see in the morning if they oppose some of those exhibits that Chad Daybell wants turned over to him, or if they take up any other matters. But we will have Chad Daybell on Zoom. It's from the judge's streaming YouTube page, Vinny. We'll be able to show it live, all the parties, everyone will be back together for this hearing.
I guess John Pryor probably chomping at the bit to get his hands on that transcript. He got a sneak peek of the trial against his client, so fascinating. So when is this trial set to begin?
Well, Chad Daybell's trial is set to begin in April 2024, and he faces the death penalty still, Vinny, so it's a death penalty trial. It's going to extend about 8 weeks is what it's scheduled for. It will be in the same courthouse in Boise, Idaho. The same judge will preside over it as Lori Vallow Daybell's, but it will be a death-qualified jury for him. We know at the last status conference, John Pryor says that they are preparing to mount a defense. They have several experts they want to call on Chad Daybell's behalf during this trial, so that is to come in April. All the discovery issues, according to the court file, have to be turned over by February, so it all seems to be on track for that April date.
All right, how about his wife, the Doomsday cult killer, Lori Daybell? When's her sentencing date?
Well, her sentencing is July 31st, so not far away at all. Within a couple of weeks, the judge actually took the death penalty off the table for Lori right before her trial. You know, a few months ago in April, we were, of course, there, Vinny, because of some delayed discovery issues. So what she will face on July 31st is up to life behind bars now that she was convicted of the murders of her children and conspiracy to commit the murder of Tammy Daybell. In Idaho, that is a minimum 10 years up to life without parole for each of those convictions. So the judge will have to consider all of that. A PSI has been conducted on her behalf. Her lawyers will argue on her behalf. Will she talk at sentencing? We'll have to wait and see. But we do know some new information tonight. There is another designated victim representative who will speak during that sentencing, and that is a representative for Tammy Daybell. Her aunt, Vicki Hoban, will be representing her. Of course, we know Kay Woodcock represents JJ, and Colby Ryan, being the biological brother, he can speak, but then Lori's sister, Summer Shiflett, will represent Tylee during that sentencing.
All right, big day tomorrow. Chanley Painter, thank you so much. Once again, folks, tomorrow, Idaho versus Chad Daybell. Motions hearing right here on your front row seat to justice.